Hey, it's your buddy Tim Show back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. And we're going to do a little video on all the stuff that's going on, because there is a ton of stuff happening in the game right now. And I want to do a video covering the things that are going on. And I'm going to kind of intersperse in this video upgrades I've made and other things that are happening. So we can kind of talk about everything. And I'd love to hear your feedback. Let me know if you think I'm full of it, or if my ideas aren't aligning with what you think is probably going to happen. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to talk about them from the things that I'm least interested in to the things that I'm most interested in. And I think you might be surprised about the thing that I'm most interested in, and then possibly about the things that I'm least interested in. So let's get into it here. So let's talk about the thing that I am absolutely the least interested in right now, and that is, maybe they don't talk about it here, Clan Boss. The new Hydra Clan Boss. I could not be less interested in all of the speculation that is happening right now, because I feel like it's sort of spitting in the wind. We have no idea what that damn thing does. It looks terrible, but we don't know if it hits hard or if there's... They're definitely driving you to use hex debuffs, and there's probably some other things they want you to do. But we don't know what the rewards are. We don't know why they're putting it in. I'm a little leery. Like I feel like they're putting in a pretty big chore to do, right? Maybe another whole Clan Boss series. And I don't know about you guys, but to do, and I one key Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare, but it still takes me the good part of an hour to get all that done. And because I won't cheat on the timer, right? I'm too leery about losing my account to cheat and increase the timer to try to make it go faster. So not interested in doing that. But if they're going to add another chore like that, they got to unplug something. They got to unplug something. It's just too much. So we don't know if the damn thing hits hard or what's going on. So I think the sort of all this throwing darts in the dark isn't helpful. It's kind of good to know. I also not sure I trust what they're putting out now is going to be the actual deal. So I think there's going to be a surprise. So anywho, that's the number one thing that I am least interested in. So let me show you. I rebuilt my Trunda because I felt like I had been farming Fire Knight long enough that I probably had some better gear, and I did. So I used that very, very helpful Hell Hades optimizer and was able to, where the hell is she? Was able to re-gear her, and she's pretty darn good now. If I could ever find her. Trunda, where'd you go? She has run away. She took her new gear and went to find other... So here she is. You can see I wasn't able to get her going as fast as I did. I had her at about 205. But I do have her at almost 6,000 attack. I know, this bums me out, but can't be helped. And then 280 crit damage with Savage gear. So I was pretty happy with that. And she is just a beast. Just a beast. And I'm kind of wanting to go back now at this point to... Right now my fastest champion is Siphi with a very, very fast Kaimar as well, and I kind of want to go back to Arbiter being my fastest, and then possibly upgrade get my Arbiter going as fast as possible, and running more of a team like this, maybe with a Warlord. So yeah, so I don't know, we'll see. Let's see how this goes. I should be faster than them. I think my second Arbiter is going about 330. So not terrible, you know, not super great, I don't think. So we'll see what happens here. See if my my new improved Trunda can. So nuke most of them down, right? So the only two standing are these two, and that should be. I know he's gonna put his. I don't think it's gonna save him though. So it's not a great team. I mean, no reviver on that team. I guess he's just hoping you can't one-shot him. But with the new and improved Trunda, she is a absolute beast and hits like a truck. And I'm coming for Mac Chen. He stated his was the #1 Trunda. I know I'm light years behind him, but I like to play, and I miss Mac. I wish he would come back and make videos again. So that's that. So let's talk about my #2. The #2 thing I was the least interested in coming up, and that was this. And not that Ash didn't do a great job interviewing Cirilla. He did. I thought he did a fantastic job interviewing her. But unfortunately, it looked to me like Cirilla was being held hostage. I mean, that looked like the hostage video, didn't it? It was all dark and ugly, and she seemed distracted and abused. Like, I don't know. It was terrible. And she literally gave us no new information. So I was just like, God love you, Ash. I appreciate the effort to get her to say something interesting. That just wasn't going to happen. And she met all of those expectations. She didn't give anything out that wasn't already known, and I sat through 42 minutes of that video and wanted to jump out of the window. So yeah, so that was that. Now, one of the things I did last week, and we're on 3x3. I'm still in gold 3. Sorry, I didn't want to go to 3x3. I wanted to go to my regular one. So yeah, so I didn't do a plat push, but what I did was Sunday night I pushed as far up in a platinum as I could get, and then I put in my absolute strongest team. And I'm not going to tell you who that team is. I'm gonna leave that surprise for when I do my plat push. Hopefully when I get my Hegemon. But I put in my absolute strongest team. So I got up to 48 on the top players list, right? So I got up to 48. And then I put in this team, and then from about 11 o'clock at night, my time, to the next morning when I woke up, I only got attacked 4 times. I lost once to a guy that had won like this, right? Had won several first place finishes. And the other 3, I think, probably quit, and I got a victory. And I didn't finish at plat, obviously, because I wasn't fighting anybody, but that's a good omen, I think. It's a good omen for me that I might be able to, if I can get my offense worked out, I might have a defense set up that I can deal with a plat push again. So yeah. So let's talk about the next thing that I'm pretty interested in, and that's going to be, and I don't even think he's on yet, though. He's a Demon Spawn epic that they're going to release, who is a fragment. So he's a fragment summons event that's coming up for a Demon Spawn epic. I'm sure you've all seen the videos for him. He's sort of a hex provider, which should fit in very well with Ruel and Thea, the Tomb Angel, and who knows what else. But I think he looks pretty good, and I'm pretty excited about him. So I'm looking forward to doing a fragment fusion for an epic, which we haven't done in a long, long time. In fact, I don't really remember who the last epic fragment fusion was. So, and maybe somebody can remind me down below. But I'm pretty excited about it, and yeah, and so we'll see how that goes. So the other thing I want to show you is my 3x3 arena team. Obviously, still in gold 3. I don't really like to push to gold 4. I got up to about here and didn't get promoted, so that's fine. Yeah, it goes about as I would expect. I don't get attacked much, though. And when I do, I'm surprised this guy beat me. He didn't seem to have any OP characters. He must have aligned himself really well. No, he lost this one. Okay, so I beat him on the first one, and he was able to beat me up after that. But anybody like this guy, right? So GLFY, K-Cheese with the double Hegemon teams. I mean, it's really unfair to have to fight against Hegemon teams when you don't have a Hegi character yourself. So yeah, so here are my teams. This is my new defense team trying to make something happen. Where yeah, but I had to kind of beat up my Candrafon to make my Trunda as good as she is. I also looked into rebuilding my Solus because yeah, I just figure, I mean, he's okay. I mean, he one-shots, right? He does really well, but if you look at his stats aren't that great, which makes me think, hey, if I could actually build some stats on him, right? 4,500 defense, not even 100 crit rate, 223. If I could actually build him, he might be just a real monster. But yeah, And then I think I talked to you about this guy, right? He was my fast warlord who had like 550 resistance. I was able to keep him fast, 273, and I got some decent accuracy on him now, as well as decent crit rate. So I can use him in a counter type of offensive team. So yeah, so that's that. So let me tell you about the number one thing I'm interested in. Wow, I lost 0.7 million somehow. I don't know how. So let me tell you the thing that I am most interested in, and I think you would be surprised, is they had a poll where they asked all the players to vote on who they wanted to see the next 10 times event be. And as you can imagine, I put Hegemon for the Void, and then for the Sacred or Ancient, I put Ghostborn. I mean, I know you hate me for that. I should have probably voted with one of you guys for a Draco Morph or a Duchess or something, but I already have them, and I don't have a Ghostborn, so screw you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just voted. You know, I wasn't thinking, and voted for that. But I want a Ghostborn, and so I voted for him. But I am fascinated if they're going to take any of that feedback and do a Hegemon 10 times event, which I will go after wholeheartedly and try to make that happen. So yeah. So things are going well. We're in a lull. I mean, not much going on. We got the drop fevers, and I don't really need lifesteal gear. I do want reflex gear though, right? I do want reflex gear because I want to build the Infinity team. I have 2 Lanicuses, a Krisk, a Dracomorph, and a Brogni, right? I think that's who's in the. And then you switch out Dracomorph for Geomancer for Force Affinity Clan Boss. I do want to build that, but honestly, I mean, the thing I struggle most with on Clan Boss is I got to this Clan Boss before he turned, is red, right? I think that's probably everybody, right? Because everybody has blue nukers, everybody has a magic nuker, so going up against Force Affinity kind of sucks, but yeah. I mean, I'm able to do all the other affinities 1 key easy, so it doesn't get a lot of my attention to want to build that, especially because even building that doesn't guarantee you 1 keying Ultra Nightmare, especially on red, unless you do Geomancer. Plus, I don't know. Guilty confession, I guess. I don't love Clan Boss. I don't like destroying all my champions and rebuilding and the stress of the whole thing. Once I get a team and I can get the loot that I want, I tend to just sit on it for a while. So I don't know. Let me know what you think, if I should build that or not. But yeah, so that's a quick catch up. Hope you all are doing well, and we'll see you next time. God bless.